Okay, hello. Welcome, my friends. Hello, how's it going? Let's see who's here. Captain Mal, hello. Conin, hola. Shonies, hello, my friend. William, hello. Nice. R2 MHD2, hello. Mason with the 57. I'll need some more anime ones to fill my box down since I have 30 keyboards and each needs to have at least one artisan. Need to find a job and pay off my now 40k credit card debt. Oh man, that's a crazy pasta. What's the, is that the original? I mean, well, like, you know, obviously I know it's obviously slightly different, but man, there's some crazy ones out there though, for real. Colleen, hola. LFK, hello. Oh, sorry, I have a fan on. It's a little bit blowing kind of hard. All right, so today is prototype build day, and we are building a, I guess, pre-production prototype unit from Atelier Magnus. This is called the Slate 0, and the main appeal of this board is that it's a 0-degree typing angle keyboard, somewhat of a rarity, I would argue, in the space. Most keyboards these days have some kind of incline to them, and kind of so the big catch of this board is that it's 0-degree, and well, you know, optionally you can have a riser for it, which I think raises it to about 5 degrees. And so yeah, so I believe I'm not the first person to have built this, but I haven't unboxed this, so let's just unbox it together. So I think it's fairly new. It's in the earbud server, if I recall correctly. Can someone give me a $200 6-month loan for Resident? Is crazy. Oh my god. All right, let's open this up. Packing paper. Ooh, what's this? It's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. Is it a long sleeve? Can't tell. Let's see. There's the oh, that's pretty cute. It's a black t-shirt. That's nice. Smells a little new though, so I'm not gonna wear it because I like washing my clothes before I wear them. Pretty nice though. Has the Atelier Magnus logo front, back, and the little ghost kind of insignia on it. Pretty cute though. The material itself is quite heavy. Like, it's like nice, like heavy, I think, cotton. So this will be nice to wear. Okay, but I'll put it aside because I have to wash it. Okay, then looks like they included a little desk mat. I think that's the riser. So they have a desk mat that's 600 by 300 by 4, so that's a bit smaller than the ones that we're used to. The big mats that we usually have in the community are 900 by 400 by 4. So this is basically a smaller version of that. That's the riser, and then let's look at the inner box here. Oh, sorry. I'm like hitting the mic. Okay. Big box to the side. Oh, this is pretty cute. Mag Squad 2026 sends, have a good stream. And says, Dear Lightning XI. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's pretty nice. Whoever did this has pretty good penmanship. Maybe they are into fountain pens, perhaps. It is apparent that they know how to do their, you know, like heavy strokes and the lighter parts. So they definitely know what they're doing. Looks pretty good. Speaking about the unboxing experience, small things make a difference, like the paper wrap or the case in its mag. Felt like it had a web massage, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Box looking pretty nice. We have the logos again. And then there's our keyboard, I guess. Let's take it out of there. Okay. Fede, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Alright, Slate 0. What does it say on here? Just says mechanical keyboard designed and engineered by Atelier Magnus. Very nice. Pretty clean. Closed end, open end. Oh, cool. So, pretty straightforward. I actually like this better for sleeving. Closed end, one open end is pretty convenient. Makes the, I guess it prevents the sleeve itself from collapsing, right? Because you would have to open this up to collapse it, but it makes the unboxing part a little bit simpler, I think. And then we have a nice box, one of those, like, you know, like those textured boxes. Has a little you know, gold logo. Pretty standard. And then on the inside we have a little piece of foam just to kind of cover everything. Also has the logo on it. Okay, is that removable? Oh, yeah, you can. You actually can. That's pretty cute, actually. I'll leave it there, though. Okay. I'm assuming these are the internals. For these well-packed ones, I just prefer to use scissors. It makes it a little easier for me. What's Boeing Bars? Hello, ODM. How's it going? Okay. We have a solderable PCB. So, what's kind of I guess unique about this board, unique in a way, is that it's one of those drop-in 60s, but it's a HHKB only. It's 7U HHKB only layout. No win key, no win keyless, HKB only. MX HKB only, to be specific. Has a nice big reset button soldered on here. I like this color for the PCB. Oh, is it not focusing? There we go. I like that silk screen. Pretty nice color on the PCB. It's kind of like a grayish, brownish sort of tone. And like the nice copper traces. Looks very, very nice. Logos and stuff. Ribbon cable interesting choice. I believe it goes to a unified daughter board, so that's just regular USB-C. Let's see. Support-wise, it looks like it does split left and regular, stepped and regular caps. Regular, this is 7U fixed, and then you have split and regular, split and full right shift. You have ANSI and ISO, ANSI and ISO. Yeah, so you get the ISO stuff as well, and then split and regular backspace as well. So compatibility wise, it's pretty comprehensive. It's pretty much universal except for the bottom row area. So that's neat. And then hot swap is, wow, it actually supports everything too. Pretty much the same, but it supports is hot swap socket, but has everything. Actually, well, oh, no, it does have the ISO hot swap sockets too. Wow, nice. Okay, so it actually supports everything and the hot swap version as well. Big reset button over here, pretty nice. Has a nice little caps lock indicator if you want it. For the chip at Mega 32U4, pretty standard fare. And then we have, I'm assuming this is case foam and plate foam. Case and plate foam. Neat. Okay. Oh wow, this case foam is like actually cut out for the grooves. I guess the internal of the case has these grooves. Okay, very cool. Matrix and Gray Studio should learn from this PCB's layout compatibility. It's pretty good. Like definitely the downside of doing and the ANSI and ISO this way though, is that you are forced to do, because of the footprint, you're forced to do sideways for the enter. Otherwise, the footprint doesn't work for the ISO part. And looks like here. So what's kind of unique about this, because it's fixed, so it's a drop-in case, right? So you drop in the assembly into the case. So the blockers are actually built into the case, and so they were forced to use looks like they are using north facing to you here for these two corners because of that. Probably because it takes less of the footprint there. All right, so we got literally all the plates here. That's nice. Does it support me emotionally? Only if you find keyboards to support you emotionally, which I'm not sure if they still do. Okay, so we have a flexible plate, plastic plate, I think. This might be. Let me check. Is it polypropylene or is it double checking here? Slate 0. Wait, I thought I had a little brief for it. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay, so 230 USD with hot swap PCB included. Riser is a separate $30. Hot swap and solder PCBs are about 40 or 45 extra. And then plates are PC, FR4, Alu, and CF. Oh. What is this one then? Is this polycarbonate? I've never seen fully matte black polycarb. Or is this oh no, wait, is this FR4? Can't tell. Let's get them all open and I'll know right away. Can't tell because the sides are also like matte black. Is it me or is the sound breaking up for everyone? Oh, is it? Is the sound having issues? Oh, the stream is glitching for me. Am I dropping frames? Let me check here. Looks like I'm. Let me see. Okay, let me get these parts out. Oh yeah, looks like I'm dropping some frames. Skip frames due to rendering lag, none. Yeah, I'm dropping some frames right now. My bitrate's kind of all over the place. That's weird. It's been fine recently, right? My streams. What an unlucky time. It seems to be recovering, but I'm waiting for it to sort of get better. Okay, we have a carbon fiber plate as well. And then the last plate here. Oh wow, I'm still dropping frames. What's going on? Dropping but only sound? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, okay. This looks like FR4. Yeah, that's FR4. Only sound. Oh, that's so bizarre. Let me check what's going on. First time I see polycarb like this though. 33, wow. Thank you, Lamp. Thank you for 33. That's closer to my age. Than yours, probably. It's glitching? Yeah, okay. I'm definitely dropping some frames. It's not a lot, but it's probably what's affecting the sound here. I'm double checking here if I screwed anything up. Oh, come on. What's this timing? Where's my phone? Let me check something real quick. Okay, let's see. Reboot router? Yeah, that would probably help. But my speeds are actually okay right now. It's not borked. So that's weird. It's starting to get better, but it's not quite perfect, I think. I may have to reboot it. So let me finish unboxing this, and I'll reboot this. Okay, so there's some cards here. Maybe I'll put these aside and do this. I apologize. Ooh, pen. We have some daughter board components, and then we have some bump-ons, and then some little gummy looking, wow, these look like candy, some gummy looking gaskets, and I think that's it. Cute box, very nice box. it was not only me. Okay. Time reboot router time, I guess. Okay. Ah, how annoying. It didn't do this the past like 10 streams or more. I swear to God. So a little irritating that it's doing this today. Okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and reboot things here. I thought you just turned 18. Wow, barely legal. Yikes. Okay. Looks like we are having stream buffering issues. Are we back? Are we back yet? Hopefully. Alright, so sorry folks. Hopefully this is better, but I have no idea. I'm not really sure what's going on. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey. Okay. So, okay, let me see. Twitch status seems fine. Right. I'm just checking if, just to see if I missed anything. Okay. Okay. All right. Am I back? Is it all good now? Let me see here. Output. Did they change it? Yep, you're still here. All right, cool. All right. Hopefully we stay. So I think it's recovering now. So I think it looks good. All right, great. Okay. So we were taking all this stuff outside of the box, and I was just gonna show you. There it comes. It came with a little sticker pack. Let's see. Here we have the foams, and then we got our PCBs. We have internal parts, daughter board pieces, bump-ons. These are the silicone gaskets that go on the inside of the case. And then we have a bunch of plates. We have PC, alu, carbon fiber, and FR4. Never seen PC like this, matte black, but apparently. And let's look at the case. Okay, yeah, drop frames. Okay, it looks like it's good. Ooh, what color is this one? Is this a? It's like a sort of like a champagne color. That's pretty cool. It's a nice color. Very very shiny. How do you guys like that? Very nice. Says, has the logo on the front, Slate 0 on the back, and then it has this little cute cover that seems to be magnetically attached for the daughter board. Oh, what's this? That's pretty cute. Has a little toggle here. That's for W and M, so Win and Mac toggle. So I assume the daughter board has that too, and the USB-C. Interesting. Pretty neat. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. In here we have, Dear Diego, it is a pleasure to finally get the Slate 0 to you. Really look forward to the stream. Okay, very nice. And then there is a certificate of authenticity. And a warranty card. Wow, someone's getting a drink. A few more stickers. Okay. Put it aside. Alright, let's put on some bump-ons first, perhaps. Just to protect the bottom of the case here. So I'll go ahead and do that. So it's a singular, it's a unibody case, right? It's just a case, just the bottom. And you assemble everything, put it together, and then put it on the inside of the case. You just drop it right in. Oh yes, I also forgot to open the riser, so let's open that. So there's our 5-degree riser. What am I thinking for switches? So it's been a while since I've used like kind of like more deeper sounding switches. And so I thought of using these blue cheese switches from Keybait Tech that I have. They're pretty nice. I've tried them maybe like a couple times before and they sounded pretty good. But if you guys are thinking of something different, we can do that too. So like their bump-ons also go onto the riser. Makes sense. Are they poppy, thocky, creamy, marbly, or something else? I think people describe them as thocky, but you know. Oh. Hi Kiwi. Oh, bye Kiwi. Sorry. Just had to tend to something. Kiwi seems to be asking for probably maybe a snack at this time. Hug Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi was a little feisty earlier. I don't think I can hug him. He might bite me for that. He is a little feisty right now. Can you guys hear him? Asking for no. He's asking for food. He's asking for a snack. Should we give him a snack? Oh. Well, that's actually kind of nifty. So it sort of just goes on top like this. I'm not sure I mean, so it has these divots on the riser. That sort of allows the bump-ons to align with it, but it doesn't quite attach to anything, right? So you just kind of, I mean, they kind of do lock in like that. But I guess if you have to like lift the keyboard or anything, you have to keep in mind that you have to do this and then take away the riser, take away the keyboard. So ideally you're just meant to keep it there. I really think that they should have done like an attachment method for it. I think that would have been probably the right approach for it. But maybe the idea for the riser came afterwards, so maybe it was, I mean, well, it is by the name of the keyboard, it is meant to be a 0-degree keyboard. So I think that's kind of the intentional, the point here of the board. Just adjusting the bonbons here because I didn't put them in properly. One whole chicken leg. Oh, he would eat a lot, but I'm not sure if he would eat a whole chicken leg. He does seem to stop when he's full. So okay, so I'm assuming these little gummy looking gaskets just go on the internal part of the case. Just like that. Okay. Kind of just slots into the sides and onto a slot in the case here. I'm not managing to get it perfectly right here. Hold on, let me see if I can like. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. Okay. So I think that should do that. Is this an extra? That's an extra. Okay. Okay. So that's our daughter board. Looks like that's the toggle. Has Batman, I mean Frank, been around lately? He sometimes streams during the daytime. He stops by the stream though. Like he stops by here to the chat. Like he was here last stream he was here. He still pops in every now and then. And then he otherwise occupies himself with you know, Keep Life adjacent stuff. So like, you know, SoCal area meetups and whatnot, organizing and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, he pops in every so often. I think I need to put that toggle on as well. So if you want to kind of see how this all fits together, I can show you. Keep life still going strong in the Bay? Yeah, I would say it's still pretty much one of the biggest meetups every year. So there is a small toggle here. So this is a toggle switch. Oops, obviously. And you can toggle it, you know, left or right like this. For Mac versus Windows, and then the daughter board. I'm about to put the screws on, but there's two screws to go, left and right. And then a ribbon cable that gets connected there. Gonna go ahead and put those in so I don't have to mess around with it later. Hey Ninewalker, how are you? Armageddon, hello. I'm also building a board. What are you building? Okay, looks like the frames are good now. Okay, I guess it was just an internet issue earlier then. I'm glad to at least know that it wasn't anything serious. Okay. Okay. Just kind of locks right in like that, right? And then we have ribbon cables for later here. I'll just take one out. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the hot swap because it's easier for me. And let's go and does this just kind of fit right in? It fits on this side actually. Case foam. Case foam is pretty thin, so it just kind of fills these gaps. So just kind of fills it in like that. So actually not very intrusive. If you want to keep the gaps here, you can. But otherwise, you can take them off. But Diego, soldered sounds better. Does it? Should I just solder them in then? I don't mind. It's a 60, so it's pretty minor. If you guys really think soldered sounds better, we can do soldered. Let me see. And then foam. It's really for the alphas, these guys. Okay. I haven't chosen. I wrote aluminum plates on the build command, but I actually haven't chosen what plate I want to use for this. So we can take a pick, actually. We didn't look at the desk mat, but I think it's just fairly simple. Oh yeah, it's just a simple black, all black desk mat, I think. Smaller size if you wanted to get yourself a smaller type of desk mat. Just has their logo in the middle. But it's like a smaller mouse mat. But I use a bigger one, so I'll just put this aside for now. I don't think it matters, but it's something people seem to believe. Yeah, I mean, I will believe it only when it's like, you know, you kind of need soldered, like plateless, half plate, obviously, right? But like, or like O-ring when like the switches come off easily from the sockets, that kind of stuff. I'll believe that, but otherwise, I'm gonna argue it's minimal, if not non-existent difference. I mean, maybe there's a difference. I don't know. I can't tell, at least. So, yeah. Kind of reminds me of that Geist machine board, huh? Yeah, somewhat, right? I guess. It definitely has a more unique aesthetic. And then the parts sort of like, I mean, it has like these more, I guess, like broad bezels, right? So, yeah, I guess that's true. I can kind of see that. It's a bit different, but I could kind of see a little bit of that. All right. Oh man, this mic keeps rotating this way. All right, I think that's fine. Just gonna put this aside. Is it foam because the client requested it? Well, the client in this case is just the designer. They did tell me, recommend me that I use it. So, I mean, we can remove it as well. We can leave it or put it on. It's not hard to undo these because it's a 60 and it's hot swap. So at most it'll take me like, what, 20 minutes? Tops. So we can do both ways. With foam, without foam. Try both ways, see how it sounds. No foam, please? Okay, we can do no foam, and then we can put it on. Whichever way, so I don't mind. And put it aside for now. Here. Okay, let's do some stamps. It's got some cherry clip-ins to use. I'm also building a keyboard while watching you. Oh, what are you building, Dr. Killswitch? Ooh, Regalicious, hello. Sorry I missed you. I watched Captain Sterling build one of these yesterday. Oh, nice. Pretty sweet little rig. Yeah, I like the aesthetic's kind of different. I really like this this framed internal part. I think this little framed internal part is pretty neat. So the inspiration for this board is a nod to the M0110, I think, the Apple one. So it sort of has these bigger bezels, right? Kind of inspired from that. And so I can kind of see they kind of went the opposite direction of having big bezels and then having like that like big like essentially chamfered portion that the M0110 actually has. Instead they kind of went the opposite way, and the board itself is actually a 0 degree, you know, typing angle, right? Like you remove this riser and it's just completely flat on the desk. 0 degree is an interesting concept because, like, ergonomically speaking, having a keyboard face towards you, like inclined towards you, is not necessarily like a good thing, so to speak. So it's it's interesting. I mean, like, you know, some people will be like, oh yeah, negative typing degree, right? Because like the typing angle, because it's like you put it on like one of those like stands, and then like if you're like on a standing desk or whatever, it'll be like that. But I mean, I think as long as you have good typing posture, it shouldn't be an issue, like typing angle. I mean, I've tried really steep boards and I personally don't struggle with them because I just float my wrists, and that's, you know, usually enough to circumvent any issues that will come by with typing angle. Will you do full backspace for the M0110 vibes? Oh my god. Should I? I don't. I think that's a little sacrilegious, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. Oh, you won an Ibis from Novel Keys. Oh, cool. Nice. That's a nice board. Floating is the safest way to type. Yeah, Norbauer boards are also 0 degree. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting, right? Like the kind of like the approach there. I am kind of curious to ask the designers, like the Atelier Magnus people, like what drove them to do 0? Like why did they decide on that? Like, inspiration aside, like, was there truly an ergonomic reason to do it, or did they think it was just you know, cool and different? I mean, because that's, I mean, if that's what you're going to design, right, like that's fine. Like that's the statement you're making, right, as a designer, right? You're like, oh, it's different, like it doesn't exist out there, it's not the same as everyone else, which personally I think is a fine choice to make. Ultimately it does pit you into a bit of a niche, right, as well, because the more uncommon it is, the more I mean, the less likely someone will view it as, you know, a replacement to something that exists. Instead they'll be like, oh well, it's that unique thing and I don't really want that unique thing, or maybe they do, but yeah. It looks like a square Jackie board. Yeah, the Jackie boards do have fat bezels too. But yeah, they're much more rounded and yeah. And then I mean, all the jacket boards do have a decent amount of typing incline, right? So. I'm not gonna do full backspace for the M0110 vibes. Gonna get eaten out there for it. Also, I just can't bring myself to do it. An HKB with full backspace. I remember, was it when I bought my Duck Viper or something? I remember desoldering a board that was HKB and had full backspace, and I was like, damn, what drove them into madness? Just kidding. It's not that bad, but if you're gonna do HKB anyway, you might as well, right? Soft? Weak. That's me. Weak-willed. Coward. Living in Mamdanistan has made you weak. Ah, this Shakira law. Yes, yes. Don't worry, I'm about to get taxed for my luxury penthouses that I don't live in. Watch me leave the city. Also, I'm not rich, so I don't have any luxury penthouse. We live in the one bed and it's tight space. There's an Epo Maker HKB pre-built which is full backspace too. Oh, I actually didn't know that. Why do people actually do HKB blockers if they're not gonna like approximate anything like the HKB? I mean, I guess it looks good. For one. It's an interesting choice to make though, as a if you're like a designer and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a corner blocker board like 60 like that, and it's gonna be full backspace by default. This guy is top 1%, by the way. Jesus. HKB with full backspace makes me sad. Yeah, that's me. I've seen a lot of people do it though. It just makes me wonder what went through their head. They're like, oh, I didn't have a choice but to get this HKB layout board. Oof. But I don't like typing on them, so I'm gonna use full backspace. I guess it's no different from the people who do TKLs with split backspace though. That's true. This is the same category. The category of people who do full backspace on HKB are the same category of people who do actual split backspace on a TKL. Same exact category of people. They're both pretty bad aesthetically, but they're going for it because for them it's practically useful. Supposedly. Same bin of people though, in my opinion. I think split right shift on a TKL, frankly, I'm actually kind of more okay on that one, even though it does kind of look eh. But the backspace situation is a difficult one to kind of forgive. look past. Windkeep TKL with split right and backspace. Yeah. Well, like, you know, I kind of get Windkey, wanting Windkey, like a physical Windkey. The force of habit there makes sense, but then split, like, you went through the effort to readjust your normal typing habits to a split backspace use for a lot of stuff, and then you decided that. And then, but for whatever reason, Windkey is a necessity, and then, yeah, I don't know. It's a little hard to wrap your head around that. It's the people who manage to change their typing habits, but then, yeah, make those choices. So I don't know. But yeah, I think the logical way is to keep it aesthetically nice and then remap. Just use software. That's why it's there, and that's why it's literally like plug and play, and you just, you know, go to VIA or whatever software it's using and remap. It's so easy. So like, why bother actually physically making it look worse? But yeah, I'm personally, I do use Slate backspace, but it's for the most part only on I only use it on like HHKB or on 60% for the most part. But on everything else, I'm using a full backspace, like 65, 75s, TKLs, anything bigger. So yeah. Next Loom, hello. How's it going? It's going alright. Earlier we had a little hiccup with the stream connection, but I think we're good now. So it's going. Oh, yes, I haven't chosen the plate. Okay, so I got these blue cheese switches. These sounded pretty nice. I think the last time I built with them was on the... It was like a while back, but it might have been on the Neo 65. They're pretty nice linears. I'm not sure what plate to use though. There is CF, what's this? FR4, PC, or it says PC on the website, but it's like a plastic plate, and alu, full alu. So, you guys can vote if you want, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of leaning either towards the plastic plate or the alu plate personally. CF could work actually as well. No, I kind of feel like it's either lean on the stiff side or the softer side. I think it's either or. It's kind of a polarizing option, but CF could be nice for like a tactile switch. But since how CF with blue cheese would sound? Oh, you think CF might be interesting? What did Alex and Sterling build with? Maybe I can do something that they didn't use. Actually, don't know what they did, so. But I guess it doesn't really matter what they did. Let's just put it up to a vote. I'm kind of torn, honestly. What are these? Blue cheese switches. These are CF, alu, FR4, plastic. I'm kind of torn, for sure. All right, go ahead and vote in the chat. So I'll wait. Some people with music. Just have the window open. Today was like the past 3 days have been like summer out here in New York. It's been hot, not super humid, but humid enough you can tell. But at nights it's been like, I guess that's like what, mid 70s at night. Pretty warm. High 80s in the afternoon. in Celsius, that's like basically what I use Celsius for the most part, but it's basically been between like 16 and 30 Celsius, so pretty hot, pretty warm. I wouldn't say like super hot, just pretty warm. For a day in April, it's been kind of brutal, to be honest. Looks like the pole is sort of leaning alu. You can do alu, I don't mind. The alu will sound nice. Nice middle ground too. It's a big reset button. I'll wait for the last few to roll in. Okay. Looks like alu it is. Okay, split backspace here. Should be a pretty quick build for this part here. I was thinking I should do full touch control, but then I actually still do like the look of stepped better. I'm gonna leave it at stepped. I think I just like the look a little better for that, even if it's mapped to control. I think on actual HKB though, I don't mind that it's full touch, but I think in general I do prefer if it's stepped. Okay. Let's test out the stabs here. Okay. Okay. Sweet. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it, but PCB is just standard 1.6mm FR4. No flex cuts or anything like that. So pretty standard fare, but I would say standard fare has been good. It's my preference anyway, 1.6 FR4 for PCBs at least. I think thin PCBs were in for a while, but I will have to be honest, I just don't think they sound that good. Feel-wise, they do feel a little better in some specific builds, but I think sound-wise, they never sound better to me. this one sideways. You guys have any stuff that you guys are looking forward to? Either whether it's like a life event, keyboard stuff. Not looking forward to, maybe. Like heaven, just like you. Looking forward to not feeling broke cries. I haven't really talked. Oh, I didn't talk about taxes. So we did taxes recently, and I paid a lot of money this year. Turns out my employer didn't do withholding very well, so we were very we owed a lot. So goodbye money that I thought was, well, actually I should have estimated at some point during the beginning of the year, but alas, didn't really, you know, catch it, I guess. So owe the government a ton of money. It's always kind of nasty to see it just fly away in an instant. You file, they accept it, and then just poof, disappears into the abyss. So no tax refund for me. Maybe a trip to Taiwan. Oh, yo, that sounds fun. First time? Get fat there and hope the tea makes me slim. That's so funny that you say that. Oh my god. Growing up, I think it was my dad or somebody else would say that. They would be like, drink a lot of tea. You can have all the fatty food you want, but it won't make you fat. I was like, there's no way that's true. It's like there's no way the tea's gonna keep me from getting fat if I'm just eating like really bad. First time going to KeyCon this year. Oh, nice. I might see you there. I'm like 50% sure that I'm going, but you know, there's a chance I might not end up. But I am pretty sure I am. But you know, we'll see. Okay, so build is super fast. Thank you, Hot Swap. Based. Looks like we need to just put a little ribbon cable here. Shoop. Easy. And then how does this work? So looks like I just sort of insert it like that and just drop it in. Is this right? It feels like it didn't fully drop in. Hold on. Where's my spudger? Huh? This one didn't go fully in to that slot. So these just kind of go like this, right? That's it? It's just a drop in like that? That seems simple. This front part seems to kind of... Oh, okay, I see. It was not fully seated. Okay. So it just kind of snaps right there. Okay. And then I assume I just have to open it up from here. And then put this in. Oh. Tweezers, please. It's a ribbon cable, but the nice part is it's just straight, so it's actually pretty easy. It's really not complex, so that part is at least like super simple. That's it. It's done. Whoa, it's really like just a flat slab. It's so strange to me. Well, you know, strange in like the way that it's just I'm just not used to it. Okay, all right, let's try it out. Oh shit, magnets! How do they work? It's crazy. And then of course we have the optional riser here, but I'll skip it for now. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, what keycaps should we put on this? They didn't call it a Slate for nothing? Yeah, for real. Nice. Okay, so just to remind people that we did not use foam for the case right now at all. We can put the foam in later on. It's pretty simple, straightforward. The flattest caps you have? Oh man, I don't have... Oh, I wish I still had those PBS caps. Those would have been probably perfect, or like DSA or something. Oh, actually, you guys want to... Oh, do I have something that works for this though? DSA? DSA... I don't have Hebe caps either. Oh, yeah, those are good too. I do have some DSA though. Let me check actually. I think I have like one set. Let's hope that it's the right one. I don't even care about colors. You guys just want to see flat. I just want it to be flat. Fair enough. Give me a sec. I'm checking. Why is it? Oh god. I like write shit in my Notion sometimes, and like it just it has like problems loading stuff sometimes. Like it's just super annoying. I don't get it. It's just okay. All right. It's so slow. Okay, DSA. Let's try a DSA. I'll bring a DSA set. The only thing is I am not 100% sure if I have the right keycaps for it. So if I bring it doesn't have the compat, like I don't know if I have a 7U spacebar basically. So fingers crossed, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So sorry. I was looking for some keycaps. What's going on? Oh shit, the raid. Hello, Bowl. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Sorry about that. I was looking for some caps. So I found DSA Skull Squadron, but the only problem is I actually don't have a 7U. So I will have to fill in. Maybe with a GMK spacebar is fine. It's not the best, but it'll do for now. So I just brought some black and white to fill in. Rocking the Keycon shirt? Yeah. So let's try this. See how this goes. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside for a sec. Just use a 1U cap for the spacebar. Right. Exactly what I should do. Okay. So some DSA. Haven't tried DSA in a long time, so let's see how it looks. Does. Okay, these are. It's cool meeting you there. That was a fun meet. Is DSA just shorter SA or is the sculpt different? Oh no, DSA is a flat profile. Is uniform profile from Signature Plastics. So it's very different from SA. So uniform SA is also different from DSA. Yeah. I forget. Does this one go on top? I think so, right? Okay. Just don't remember which way it goes. Uniform SA is all R3, right? Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Uniform SA is indeed all R3. Okay. Let's have a mix of keycaps here for whatever reason. They're not very organized because of probably because the bag tore at some point, so I like got them mixed up. See. The O key is upside down. Oh, is it? Oh, I mean, it's the same. Oh, the cool thing about Skull Squadron is it does have a stripe. I'm not sure if I have the full thing, but we'll see. It's been a while since I've gotten this set, actually. Is it a big one at the top? Yeah. Man, they need to rerun this set. Yeah, this is a set that I would love to see rerun. It would be cool to see this in Cherry Profile as well. This set I really wish I could have gotten it in DCS, but it was really hard to find. I feel like there's a pretty similar set in Cherry, but I don't know what it's called. Trying to think. I don't know what similar set. I mean, there's like, I guess like, was it Alchemy that's sort of like this color scheme ish? You know, it's kind of standard. Black and white. Excuse me, with like these like yellow toned accents and stuff. I need those Macross symbols. Yeah, that's the cool stuff about Skull Squadron. Can do the red enter. Let me see what other I have. I'm pretty sure I have some other keys here. Man, wow, my 625. Some of these keys are yellowed AF. I did get this from like some person who had it for like bajillion years, and they're probably in the sunlight, so they're probably like half yellowed, half baked keycaps now. Too bad. Let's see. I wish I had the novelty. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I guess for this I can do that. Right? And then, guess I'll just do Alt for this. Oh wow, I do actually have a step control. Oh, Sangan. Okay, full Sangan kit. Okay, cool. Sweet. And then, short shift, right? Step caps might be criminal. Okay, fine. I can switch it. We can, you know what? I'll switch it, because what I really like about this key set is that it has the novelty for it. So I'll switch it up for that. Where is it? It's this one. Hell yeah. And then FN. And I don't have a, you know, I don't have the DSA 7U. Didn't come with it. I need to buy one actually, so I'll have to buy one at some point. So I'll just use a GMK one for shits and giggles, unfortunately. So yeah, just have to make do. Yellow tilde on the right, by the way. Oh yes. Yeah, I can do some artisans too. I don't know if I have artisans that match that exactly, but close enough, hopefully. Rorschach, hello. I had to step away. Is this Skull Squadron? Yes, it is. Very, it's a very rare set if you think about it. Hard to find, that's for sure. Okay, let me get some caps here. All right, does this kind of match? Ooh, that kind of matches perfectly. Maybe I'll do the yellow one here. Something red. Red. The hell? Someone's like yelling outside. Maybe I'll do the Daruma here. It's gonna be a little taller, isn't it? Oh well, it's fine. All right. That's an angry delete. I know you're Mr. Artisan, but I feel like Artisan will go against the flatness of the board. That's true. Try just go against Artisans then. No Artisans. Ugh, I need a key puller for this one. We can do no Artisans then. It does go against the flatness of the board. You're right. You do have a point there. Let me get that last. There we go. All right, so it is DSA after all. You can see they're kind of toasted. the keycaps, they're like half yellowed. They're not in great shape, unfortunately, and maybe I need to retrobrite or something. But yeah, they've just been sitting in the sun. I mean, not me, previous owner. So they're not quite evenly yellowed either. GMK spacebar pretty cursed with DSA, which gotta, you know, what am I gonna do? I don't have any better ones, unfortunately. I don't have any other white space-bars that are 7U that are close enough to DSA. So I'll have to buy one. I need to buy one from SP. There was a time I was looking for it, but it was always out of stock. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll eventually order it, and then I guess I forgot. All right. Rip Pimp My Keyboard. Yes, PMK, the website actually was pretty goated. They had like all these like custom offerings for a while too. I think I just need to ask at this point. Just need to email them and be like, hey, you guys do have DSA space bars of like this particular color? Actually, honestly, I might as well. I kind of need to retrowrite the set or something because it's like half toasted now. This is DSA. Oh, is this not programmed? Wait, why is the spacebar not working? Is it programmed right? Maybe I'm not programmed correctly here. Let me check. Or maybe the switch is not mounted correctly. I think that's what it is. I think that maybe the switch pin bent up. It's like, why is it not typing space? There we go. Guess it was actually bent. But yeah, this is DSA Skull Squadron. Yeah, it's DSA, it's not DCS. It's DSA. Speaking of programming, so Atelier Magnus has basically their own version of VIA. They had it on their website called Magware, but I think you can technically program it on VIA too. Let's see. Okay. Does this show up? All right, that shows up. And it's right here called Magware authorized device, and it just kind of shows up like that. So I'm going to just reprogram. So I do have split backspace, so I'm just gonna reprogram backspace to it. Where's backspace? Backspace, Dennis, and where's tilde? Okay. I guess the rest, that's layer, why is it layer 2? Can I do layers, layer 1, go to layer 1, and oh, doesn't have some of the basic stuff. F-row, oh, it's kind of small, isn't it? F-row, and then because I don't really do anything there, delete, and then this should be my arrow keys. So HKV style, so do that, and then, well, technically here you can put your nav cluster stuff, which is for HKVs like this, and then you can put caps lock here if you want, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Okay, so I think that should be good. All right. Oh, they have individual keycaps for DSA. Okay, I'm gonna have to check for the white ones. When they first made the SP Keyboards website, they didn't have a bunch of listings, but I haven't really checked recently, so. All right, let's try typing on this. No. Okay. There's a few different white colors. Oh, I'll have to look it up then. I think there was someone in the community who really knew their Skull Squadron stuff, so I might have to see if I can remember who it was and ask them. Maybe they know the color code. Worst case, I can just hit up Mateo and be like, "Hey, I have an old set. Can you help me out?" Not sure if he'll respond, but we'll see. All right, there it is. Flat boy. Just color match with your monitor. True. This looks like a white. Yes, I should do that. All right, let's shall we give this a shot? So we're fine for bread? Yeah, exactly. All right, so we have let me actually close this tab and all right. So we have the Slate 0 from Atelier Magnus. Right now we have no foam at all in the case, and we have it built with Keycaps blue cheese switches, and this is currently on a full aluminum plate. They're coming for you. No, it's just that's an ambulance, by the way. It's not a cop. FYI. They're coming for you, so I'm sick. I know, I am sick. Yeah, very, very sickly. Anyway, so this is DSA Skull Squadron for the keycaps. We have a GMK spacebar, unfortunately, because I don't have the right spacebar for this. But let's give it a shot. Celebrate this board in all of its 0 degreeness with some uniform profile keycaps for the most part. All right. Let's give it a shot. Oh, why is it 10 minutes? Oh, okay, there. I must have clicked something else. All right, let's try it again. GMK1 sounds kind of hollow, but I wonder if the shorter profile would fix that. Maybe it is still part of the resonance of the case, but it's hard to say. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe the DSA, also DSA spacebars are kind of, or like DSA profile in general, the plastic's on the thick side, so maybe it would fix that. But yeah, it's too bad I don't have one. If I still have my DSA Hana set from back in the day, this would work out, but I don't. I sold that set like a long time ago. So, but yeah, that was a goated set. I love that set too. That was my favorite set. One of my favorites, at least, from DSA. Yeah. Just wanted to say how happy it makes me every time I see you building keyboards. Wow. Thank you. That's very, that's a very nice thing for you to say. Thank you, thank you. I know when Alex built it, it was kind of hollow sounding, but he also did full GMK. These alpha sound great though. Yeah, I think it sounds really nice. I was told to use foam, but I actually think it sounds great without it, like, at all. I actually didn't see Alex's stream, so I actually don't know how he felt about the foam, no foam situation, or like how exactly it sounded for him, or what the build actually was. But I mean, if you guys were there, you can tell me about it. But this sounds good. This sounds pretty nice. I like how deep it sounds with the case resonance too. Like, it's like a nice type of hollowness too. Maybe putting on some GMK could be appropriate. I imagine it'll sound very different because different profile keycaps just do sound really completely different, especially like different manufacturers also. The blends and everything just sound different, so it could be worth a shot. Can we hear some of the other mods? Yeah, of course. I'll go through the mods right now. All right, going through the mods. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. There is like some resonance, like a little bit more pronounced towards the edges of the case, but it's not like that far off from the rest of the board. I mean, it has like a fairly evened out amount of resonance in the case, but it's not like a. It's pretty nice. It's good to the ear, in my opinion. They pair well with this particular configuration, whether it's like the switches and the plate. And the keycaps as well. So pretty nice, pretty bouncy board. Yeah, it does have a good amount of softness to it because the assembly is literally just kind of like plopped in. I mean, I guess I just have to like pull it up, but yeah, it's kind of like snapped right there with the gaskets. So how do you feel about the 0 degree angle? Aesthetically, it's not for me. I will say, like, it just kind of feels like it just kind of blends into the desk because it's so flat. But I do really like the way, like, this is interesting to me as a, like, aesthetically speaking, because this kind of almost, the way this is done, this, like, divot, right? Like, this, like, kind of, like, carved out part almost feels like I could, like, cut out like a chunk of my desk here and just like slot it in there, and it's like one of those like desk built-in keyboards, you know, like you guys have seen those like vintage IBM terminals that have the keyboards built into the whole table, kind of like that vibe, like an actual terminal vibe. Pretty cool. But it kind of gives me a little bit of that vibe, and I really dig that. It feels like I literally just like laser cut out a piece of one of those terminals and just like I'm like, oh, taking it home. It's like, but yeah, I think DSA is quite nice for this. The profile is, so you can see the GMK profile there is slightly like, you know, it's more angled on this side than on that side, right? Because it has a profile. It's not too far, like it's not that bad, but obviously a 7U DSA would be perfect for it. But yeah, I must lie, but glad I could hang out for a bit. Oh, thank you for, you know, hanging out. That's, you know, much appreciated. Let's try it out with the 5 degree riser this time. So it's kind of interesting, right? So this riser, it just kind of slots with the bump-ons. I do have a wish that this just wasn't like this. Like the riser, like several reasons, right? Number one is that it not being attached means you always risk bumping things with each other. Obviously, the bump-ons do prevent a little bit of that and do help lock in the riser and the board, but accidents always happen. So the second thing is the way the riser is done here. It is a small block. It literally is just a small foot, and it's at the back of the board, which essentially brings you to an all alu case that is raised up like this, kind of like a, you know, the cone feed boards from back when, like K-Max and those boards, and it leaves you with a bunch of space empty at the bottom here. And what happens is it does depend on how dense the like block of aluminum ends up being, like how big it is, how thick it is, and all that kind of stuff. But with this kind of empty space, you kind of it lends itself to sounding pretty hollow when you like raise up the slate like this up a few degrees. And that was actually the problem with a lot of the cone feed boards, is that, well, it was not a problem. Now it would be considered like, oh, it's not a good kind of resonance. But I expect this to sound pretty resonant compared to a full flat board. So we can try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, it doesn't attach, so that's like a little minus. But I mean, I think the idea is there, and the board is meant to be 0 degree, so I kind of get where it's coming from. Okay. All right, let's try this. Does that mean the front of the board is resting on the desk and not the feet? Yeah, so that's really good question. That's a great question. That's a very good question. So yeah, so if you raise it 5 degrees, right? You this is stepped off a little bit, but the bump on is pretty far inward. So you are right. Now you have the table really making more more. I mean, I have a desk mat, so it would make more contact over here as it compresses, as opposed to at the bump on. So yeah, it effectively changes the areas where it makes contact with the desk. So yeah, but let's try it out. See how it goes. Oops. Okay. Am I hitting add soon? No. Okay. So yeah, as I kind of expected, it does sound a lot more resonant. And I do think it's just the way the sound travels in this case. You end up with a bunch of empty space in between, and there's not much kind of dense material to dampen out what's going on with the case. So yeah, going to go with the mods. Oops. So, yeah, it sounds a lot better when it's flat on the desk. It's basically, at least my personal view on this. It's just going to sound better because now you actually have the bump-ons evenly distributed, and then the sound kind of travels nice and evenly on your desk. So, I do think the riser is like a nice thing to have, but I would say for sure this board is designed to be 0 degree, and if you're purchasing the riser, it strictly is because you want a little bit of that, you know, incline at the expense of the way it might look or sound. So yeah, like I like the idea. I like that they lock in. I like that it exists. But at the end of the day, it does somewhat feel like a little bit of an afterthought. So yeah, the riser to me, like I feel like so what is this? Let's talk about like what's the pricing of the board. So the board is priced at $230 US. With a PCB, riser's 30 extra. So yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe the riser could be like part of the kit, or like, you know. But I guess, you know, if you're, I think the audience for this board is going to be that person who is looking for this aesthetic, or that person who is looking for the novelty of 0 degree. Whether it's a novelty or a feature they actually have wanted, because I mean, as much as, you know, people like to say like, oh, you know, kind of like 40s, right? Like 40% boards. It's like, oh, no one likes them, or not everyone can use them, or whatever, right? There's a small audience out there who is specifically looking for that, and so for a 0 degree typing angle, I'm sure there's a small audience like that out there. So I think that's what's kind of what the target audience would be, but yeah, I think its strengths will come from it being a 0 degree typing angle. Can you do another test but on the English 450K language on monkey type? Sure. That one's much harder, I remember. Monkey types 450K. Let me see. Where do you have to go? Is it language? Oh yeah, here. Dermacature Schul institutionalist epenthetic loses Brazil. These words are crazy, bro. What are these words? What is CCWS? What is CC counterclockwise? The hell? The hell does that mean? Okay, I'll try it. The Marketeur Schul institutionalist epenthetic loses. Ah! I made a mistake at the end. No, I couldn't have backspace out of that. Oh well. 84. Yeah. To be fair, okay, you know what actually threw me off? So it's actually kind of interesting. This is a fun fact, but like when I learned English as a kid, so English is not my first language, by the way. English is like my third language. So I was like, yeah, I learned English. Well, I guess later on, I learned it like middle school. For the most part, like big chunk of it is like middle school, end of elementary, middle school, right? And I actually started learning it from British English. So, what word was it here? No, not terrestrialize. There was dogmatize. Dogmatize. I did not expect it to be with an S, because earlier there was terrestrialize with a Z or a Z, right? So it threw me off. But yeah. Like S and the O and OU, right? Color, like that kind of stuff sometimes throws me off still, because I had to switch to like American English. Now I do everything in American English, like spelling and whatnot. But yeah, it always throws me off when I see it. I mean, especially like on like Monkey Type or like any of the other ones out there. Like sometimes they mix them up. They mix the S's and the Z's and the O's and the OU's. It's really annoying. Kind of pissed me off because it's supposed to be, well, I guess it doesn't say American English, it just says English, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, now to Klingon 1K. I still don't know if I'm supposed to say gray or gray. I prefer to write gray with an E, but if I recall correctly, it's is it American that's gray with an E? And let's see, British, no, yeah, American is A, and oh wait, American is A, gray, and then British Commonwealth English is gray with an E. Yeah, okay, that's why. It's because I learned it as EY, so I always write EY for gray, but you know, American English typically will be with AY. Yeah, but potato, right? So yeah, A for America, E for England. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm used to seeing it as EY personally. It's one of those words that just kind of stuck for me. Yeah. Okay. Do we bother putting the foam back in? Do you guys want to hear foam in the board? Earl Grey looks better. Yes. Imagine looking at Earl Grey with AY. Ooh. No. If you have time, sure. Okay. I think I can spare some time, yeah. And then maybe we can swap. Or actually, maybe I should leave the keycaps alone, right? And need to unplug it from here as well. Okay, let me put the music back on. Just trying to go to work for me tomorrow. Oh, God, don't remind me that I have to go to work. Like, bruh. No foam will just sound foamy. Oh wait, no, comma, foam will just sound foamy? Maybe. I think the case still has a decent amount of room, that it might not be as foamy as you think. But yeah, also this, did I push it in really hard? It's kind of stuck. Where do I pull it from? Oh, maybe from here. It's the easiest way. At least I get to work from home tomorrow, but I'm still dreading it, dude. Okay, Friday's work from home is pretty sweet. But I guess it does depend on what you have scheduled. Like if you have like tons of meetings and all that crap, then ugh. If you can end your day a little bit sooner, then yay. But yeah, still dread it. But I mean, saying that you're work from home when everybody else has to go is like oof. You know? Wow, I'm actually kind of struggling taking this apart. Like the fitment of these gaskets are kind of tight. Maybe I pushed it in really hard or something. Can I just like push it in from here? Push it out from here? There, I think that might help. Yeah, there we go. Alright, got it. Yeah, I know. Like, at-home workers, super lucky. Especially, like, there's been a pretty big push to return to office as well. So it's not like the people who it's not like we have it that much. I mean, I don't know. There's been a pretty big push for return to office. At least here in New York, it's been pretty strong push towards return to office. I didn't get one day of at home during pandemic. Oh. Yeah, I mean, during the pandemic. I was in grad school. So, but I was in grad school, and they considered me essential worker, right? I was considered an essential worker because I was doing like research and stuff, right? And I worked in a lab. But the best part was they're like, you're an essential worker, but you're not getting the vaccine for months. So they're like telling us to go in, no vaccine. They're just like, mask up, glove up, mask up and shit. I was like, oh, this was like right around the time when the first round of vaccines were like coming out. And like the first ones were all like like healthcare workers and whatnot, right? And then but for like grad students, like they're like, yeah, no vaccines for you guys until like much later, months later. And I was like, hello? Like, you fucking kidding me? Like, you expect me to go and like people are like, oh yeah, like some like they're talking like this was like early in COVID, so people were talking about like, oh yeah, like like blood, basically like blood problems and like all these issues really, like all these like things related to COVID. And I was like, am I gonna die? The only things I don't like about working from home are I spend more water, toilet paper, and I do way less exercise. Hey man, during COVID, TP was is a real monetary asset. Okay, toilet paper. I'm full work from home now. They even gave away my desk to someone else. Oh wow, nice. I wish I could be more work from home than I am now, but granted, I guess these days I do work a lot in the lab office and stuff. So I do have like a lot of like, I mean, these days I'm like manufacturing stuff, so it's like it's a whole thing. He said doo-doo? Yeah. Poo-poo doo-doo. This foam is not very thick. Let's see about this one though. It's one of those that you have to tear. Yeah. Let's see. Oops, wrong side. All right, heading to bed. Good night. All right, good night, Adam. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Quick rebuild at least. Huh. I don't think it's that foamy. Let's see. Okay. Almost done now. Let's see. Let's see what this is like. Okay, there it is. With foam this time. With the foam, it does seem to sort of rise up a little bit here, right? On the front. It does seem to push a little bit on the build. Does make it a little stiffer too. So we'll see what it sounds like though. Exactly. Let me open the test again. I'll just switch it back to regular English. Okay. Let's try this out. This time we have it with full foam, okay? Here we go. Alright, there it is. This might be a first where I prefer the foam. Oh yeah? I think I liked it without, personally, but maybe that's just me. But one thing for sure is that even with the foam, it's not like the jelly epoch, marbly, thocky, walky, creamy sound. It's not that with all of it either. So, I mean, it doesn't have the PE foam sheet, right? For the one that goes under the one that goes right on top of the PCB, right? So at least there's that. It's just a plate foam and case foam. I don't think the case foam is doing too much, to be honest, but the plate foam does like fill out some of the space here. But yeah, you can definitely see some characteristic of the foam from the sound. But I personally think I do prefer it without. But it's interesting to hear that some people prefer it with. Yeah. All right, let me go through the mods. There you go. Sounds like a rainy 75, especially the thocky spacebar. Yeah, the spacebar kind of definitely has a very different sound signature to it. Actually, I'm not sure what the stab actually kind of sounds a little off. Actually, it's the upstroke. It's not rattling. It's the upstroke. It's the way maybe the way the foam pushes on the plate from it being compressed. But yeah, that's what it sounds like. Maybe I'll just do this for the thumbnail here. Ooh, messy. Okay, just leave it at that. All right, and let's show you guys what the board looks like otherwise. Okay. It does look appealing, unusual. Yeah, it's just different. I think I don't know what it is. It's the boxy aesthetic. It's the slightly carved in frame of this internal part here, like the main, part of the board. It looks nice. It genuinely looks nice. I really kind of feel like I want to cut out a piece of the desk and then just like slot it in there. But it's a good looking design. So I actually really like what they did with the design itself. I found this to be an odd choice. Is this? I realized it as I was putting everything together, but the USB port is not in the middle. The middle is actually empty. It's the middle actually bisects these two things. So your USB cable actually ends up slightly to the left, and the little toggle is on the right. I feel like this toggle could be anywhere, so it feels odd to not have this centered. I feel like they could have just put the toggle slightly somewhere else. Well, I mean, somewhere else along this, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's a peculiar choice, considering that they did go with the this particular HKB or like M0110 aesthetic. The carbon part I also referenced in MacBook keyboards. Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I think it looks good. It looks good though. I mean, the whole idea of like a unibody case, the reference to the M0110 and all of that. But yeah, I think centered USB port would have been nice. Then you have engraving in the front with their brand name, and then the back to say Slate 0. I think that's pretty fine. That's pretty nice. Looks clean. I do think the magnetic cover, little copper cover, and the ribbon cables, honestly, not that much of an annoyance, frankly. For a drop-in case especially, I think that's fine. This is pretty simple and easy to use, so I think that's a nice touch. Honestly, the WinMac toggle, kind of neat, especially for a small board like this. I think it's convenient, especially on the HKP layout actually, because you don't have the corner keys. Kind of useful to have that toggle. I know that you can just do it on VIA or QMK, but yeah, it's the physical toggle can be nice for the people who switch operating systems often. But yeah, it's pretty nice color too. It's like a shiny champagne gold. Which color's my fav? Let me take a look actually. We can look at the website. So let's see. So that's what the website looks like. Let's see. Okay, join the wait list, blah blah blah. Okay, let me see. Do they have all the colors here? I don't think they do, right? 0 degree. They talk about this. Okay, colorways. Here they are. Okay, royal blue. So this is the champagne, the one that we have here. So there's royal blue, which a lot of their promo materials are with. Black, gray, champagne, and brown. Personally, for the design, I am personally partial to the space gray. Yeah, the blue is very blue. It's like a royal blue. It's just like fucking blue. It's blue. It's very blue. But I think space gray, right? Like the gray color, like a nice cool gray in this particular design, I think looks really good. Badge looks nice on it too. I would say I would probably go with the gray myself if I were to choose something. My second favorite is actually the champagne, which is the one that I have here. Black, I feel like black dilutes the detail, the good detail on the board. So I personally wouldn't pick black. I feel like it just kind of, you know, for the specific design, it just kind of dilutes all the detail. But I mean, if you want to go for a stealth look, you know, black, murdered out, you know, perfectly fine. But yeah, I think gray champagne for me, number 1 and 2 in that order. Personally, I'm not huge on the brown on this design. Maybe it's because here it's rendered with like a wob type of key set, but even then, I don't know. I just don't feel it. The design and the color just don't click with me with the brown. It's like I would rather take the black over the brown for that one. But yeah. Pricing, it's $230 is what they priced it as for the kit. And the riser is 30 USD, hot top and solder PCB about $40, and then plates are $20, $30 depending on. I think $30 is the carbon fiber, but the other ones are $20. But yeah, weight wise, fully built, they estimate this about 1.35 kilos, which actually is fairly dense. It's a fair amount of weight to it, even though it's just a singular case. So it is not too light for a no weight single piece board. Yeah. That could honestly be worse, I guess. Yeah. That's a bit pricey for this. I mean, so I think it's fine. Like, I feel like it's not, it's definitely not like, you can compare this to Neo, QK Neo, like that kind of stuff. It's pretty, like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a regular pre-order GB type of deal, so I don't think they're hitting QWERTY keys numbers over here. So to price that much lower would be kind of tough. Would be pretty tough. But yeah, I mean, if you compare it to a Neo 60 or whatever, I mean, there's no chance to compete against something like that. Which has all the bells and whistles and whatnot. So yeah. But DSA was a nice choice with this. Look how nice the flat profile actually looks though. This shift is not fully pressed in, but yeah. But yeah, very nice. But a base mode is about that. What is a mode keyboard? Do you mean like mode keyboards mode board? Yeah, I don't know what their numbers look like these days. Actually, I haven't browsed their store in a while. Mode designs. Let's see, sonnets, Encore are starting at 300, 65, 270, tempo 215. So I guess the direct comparison to this board is like the tempo. Actually, it's kind of similar in terms of like what it's attempting. So the tempo is starts at 215, and that was also a drop-in type of case. But I think that one did come with weights, right? Like little like the accent weight in the back and the bottom weight. But yeah, the mount is pretty similar too. Yeah, the Tempo uses the lattice mount blocks. This one uses the silicone gaskets. So yeah, same idea essentially. Essentially a very similar idea. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everyone operates at different margins. So between 215 and 230, yeah, it's a pretty direct comparison. PBS profile would be interesting too. Yeah, I do think like a 0-degree typing angle board like this with any of the flat profile key sets would be interesting. But yeah, DSA here looked pretty nice on this. I'm glad someone suggested it and we did this. It's fun. Well, unfortunate for the pictures, it won't look too good because it's like little. It has like unevenly yellowed keys. Unfortunately, my key set here. Need to get a set of white alphas. Actually, even the modifiers, there's some like uneven yellow ones here too. Will my GP order come with a side of DSA Skull Squadron? I wish I had DSA Skull Squadron. That's a dream set I never managed to get. That's a difficult to find set. Also, I think I did find a set that was 6.25U only, like the TKL base, but it was super expensive. So I was like, nah, I'm good. It's like the chances that I'm using 625 is not super frequent, and then on top of that, whatever they're pricing, I was like, I'm good. I'm not even gonna bother, because then if you wanted to like kit it out, it's way more expensive. Yeah. The board is cool. The 0 degree is cool, but yeah. I mean, of course, it's a pretty, I would say, like target audience for this is going to be niche, or at least it's going to be somewhat, going for people who want a specific look and a specific feature, which in this case is the 0 degree thing. Which, I mean, admittedly, it's not that many people. Most people are probably gonna be taken aback by the 0 degree typing angle at first. I do really wish the riser was implemented in a slightly different way. Something attached would have helped a lot, or something that covered a little bit more ground on the base side, on the base part of the keyboard. I think would have done a lot of favors to this, because right now it kind of like it does go on top like that, but then actually with the foam, that resonance actually works better with the foam. Yeah, actually the foam and the riser works better than without the foam. I think without the foam, because now you get a fully empty case on the inside, you accentuate the hollowness, like the resonance of the case a lot more. But with the foam, since that's gone, it becomes a little bit less of a variable in affecting sound, so it seems to work better with the riser in this case. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I guess it gives the case a lot more just like density. So even with the riser, the empty space underneath doesn't seem to affect as much of the sound here. But yeah. Gray with PBS aperture. Ooh, that's a cool set. That's a nice set. Yeah. Build it into a console in a data center. Foam acts as a force break. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Prevents some of the metal interfacing. Okay. I guess that's all I got for tonight, folks. Sorry about the interruption earlier for the people who stopped by at the very beginning of the stream, but I'm glad that the stream sort of recovered on its own without any issues. I mean, well, not on its own. I guess I did have to restart the router, but I'm glad it was just that. Nothing worse than that. So. Okay. I don't think I see any keyword folks online today. It is pretty late after all. We can either raid the Jang, who is again doing some builds. I see doing a fundraiser. He's doing a WWF fundraiser. And we also have our Ducky friends, Stash Ducks. They're still live. Hammer Brothers live playing games. Oh, Hammer Brothers live playing games, apparently. You can also raid Hammer Brother if you would like to see some games over there. Let me see. Are they still online? Oh yeah. Oh, he's playing a... Oh, okay, cool. You guys want to see him play Rocksmith? Alright, folks. Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you to Atelier Magnus. I'm not sure if they're here today. I know it's like morning time for them, but for sending the board over for the little t-shirt. And yeah, this was a pretty cool design, in my opinion. Definitely niche, targeted audience for this. And some things that I think I could see differently, but for what it's trying to go for, the 0 degree, I think it was done pretty well. So yeah. Wait, I'm here. Well, it's time to go, Cole. All right, good night, folks. I shall see you all later. Have a good rest of your week. Good Friday. Happy weekend. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.